And we are ready to roll in game one of this best of three Super Regionals, presented by Capital One between Clemson and Texas. Let's take a look at the bracket. The winner that comes out of Austin will get the winner of Florida, Georgia. That Super Regional in Gainesville will start tomorrow, with the winners meeting in the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City next weekend. Pam Ward and Jenny Dalton-Hill joining you. Alex Brown, the leadoff hitter for Clemson, the senior. Over there at first base, single to left field to start things off. As we take a look at our Capital One starting line.
Taken her senior campaign this year for Clemson.
Lifted into short center field. Henry coming in from center, but it was Katie Stewart retreating from short to get the first out of the first. 2-2 just lifted into short center. Henry had to go a few steps for the second out.
We're seeing a lot of miss hits by Kavan right now, missing barrel.
Purple. Full count again. Kavan's been flirting with those full counts, but she's gotten out of all of them. The leadoff single to Brown does no harm. Kavan sets the next three down in order. 12. Chop to Moore, who's a really good second baseman, and warmed your heart, Jenny Dalton-Hill, by saying she loves playing defense. And let's take a look at that defense.
She will throw it to multiple times to batters. She does not waste time in the circle. Very efficient.
Yeah, very quick. And Collins has to be really quick and got her. Great stretch over there by Noller at first base. And a very speedy Henry.
Yeah, I think that foot gets in there. You're looking for, does the foot touch the bag before the ball is secured in the web of the glove? The glove doesn't have to close around the ball. It just has to be in the web. And
after review, the call of the field has been changed to safe. Texas has used their first challenge.
So the infield single with Matt. Puts down the bunt and beats it out. Then the ball gets away from Noller. That allows Henry to try to come home, and she scores. Hayden Henry is blasted around the bases to put Texas on top.
Box and on the bases, it puts pressure on a defense to have to be perfect in their execution. So with Basinger fielding this ball and Noller at first base, casually taking that ball, got away. And when you've got the speed of Hayden Henry.
Popped up into short left field. Playable for Johnson.
Hitting fifth, the shortstop.
Shortstop going down with that injury in the fall.
Also in the air. Collins calls off Brown for the third out. But Texas scores an unearned run. Chopped and handled by Jolie Mitchell. Notre Dame transfer, finishing out her career here in Austin. The ACC tournament that Clemson won, come from behind fashion. Mitchell, a little bobble, but no problem. Couple of ground balls to first.
You can see these hitters ahead of Kavan in the circle. What that means is right under the kneecap is actually getting called as a strike here tonight.
Katie Stewart, not in time. Pipkins gets down to first with two away.
Well, and I understand back.
Another 2-2 with Pipkins over at first. Another chance for Stewart. That was played better and not in time. Johnson got down the line.
Well, there was a stutter step, Pam, before she charged because they weren't able to square up barrel.
Brockenbrough, boy, very busy inning for Katie Stewart, who was able to just reach up and tag Pipkins.
Strikeouts coming into tonight, but you're right, Pam. She's more of a touch pitcher and pitching to contact. That one right to Jolie Mitchell's bat. An easy stand-up double, but she chooses to slide in and get the uniform dirty. There was no need. That ball was nowhere near.
Pops it up. Caught by Vieira. Mitchell hit into center field. Brockenbrough initially broke forward and then retreated to grab it for the second out. Got it back.
Well, and when you play Tennessee, LSU, and Oklahoma, yeah, you're not going to have a lot of time to think because those are some of the best teams in the country.
3-1 pitch, ball 4, and that brings up Maloney in the top of the lineup.
First walk of the night.
And that hit Maloney, who runs down to first, and the bases are loaded now for Caden Henry. Picked up by Collins. Noller hung on, little snow cone over there at first base to get Henry. This time into center field. Henry dives for it, can't get it. Backed up well as Bennett came over to help things out and keep Brown to a single.
Tell you what, Caden.
That's into the gap. Nobody's going to get to that. Brown to third. Wide turn by Moore. But she heads back to first. Runners on the corners to start things off in the second for Clemson.
To move a runner, so they haven't advanced in that situation either.
1-2 pitch is popped up, playable, in foul territory for Scott, first out of the inning. She had 17. She finished her brilliant career last year with the Tigers. Stewart can't handle it. It's short. Clemson has tied the game.
And Pam, you're seeing how a shortstop has to make so many decisions defensively with a high hopper. Typically, you want your shortstop to move hard forward and pick that short hop, but you have to keep your nose in it. As soon as you lift the chin, the glove comes with it, and that's what happened on that play. She came in appropriately, but took her head out of the play.
Chopped to Stewart, who turns around, hesitates, and the Tigers have loaded the bases.
Well, and Pam, it's at this moment that the game has sped up for Case.
Lifted in the left, should be deep enough to score more, and she doesn't catch it. Bennett unable to catch it, then the ball's kicked around again. Clemson plates 2.
And left, but it continued to just carry and go. We talked with this Texas team about what it was like to play under the lights, and they said, you know what, the game can sometimes get sped up when you play under the lights. Looks like that's what happened for Katie Bennett out there and left. Could not retreat fast enough to grab it. Bounced off the 10-foot wall. The Tigers seem to be in control.
3 runs already across, and still just 1 out. Lifted into right field. The liner caught by Mahoney, and then the great throw in. 2-2 to Johnson. Tavon picked a really good time to get her first strikeout of the night. Strands 2.
One true leader in this ball club, and they said our previous alumni walked, so we can run, and we need to take advantage.
And Mia Scott can just trot around the bases as she goes oppo off Basinger. 8th home run of the year.
Nice little Scott trot to get herself Just one run away. I mean, Mia Scott has been good all year long. She's been solid defensively over there at third base. And this is about a half ball off the plate. But she is so good at staying in her legs and using the power coming from the circle to drive that ball over the 10-foot wall out in left. Huge home run, an exclamation point for Scott, her 8th of the year, and pushes them within just one run.
So good response. Hit 13 last weekend. That helped. That was a big chunk. Pipkins retires Atwood, who's now 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts, one to left and now one to right.
Men's professional pitcher for so long. He said his body's starting to fall apart. That's not going to help.
Full count. Maddie Moore up and down with the ball. Outstanding second baseman.
We asked if she was going home this summer, and she said, yep. I said, how long are you going to stay? She said, not that long.
Play for Alex Brown in time. And after the leadoff home run by Mia Scott.
The kicker, right? She had a chance to think, and then the moment maybe got a little too big.
Brockenbrough, that is handled by Stewart. One pitch, one out to start the fourth for Kavan.
And he just got...
That's up the middle. Solid single for Brown, who is 3 for 3.
Perfect on the night and has not really squared up a ball yet. Has been
Eastern time, I believe, and just goes through.
Yep.
Up to Oregon.
Just pick your snacks, move the refrigerator into the front room. This is the best time of the year.
Moore goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Kavan. And it's handled there easily by Mitchell, who steps on the bag. Brown stranded.
In the top of the fourth for
Kavan gives up a hit.
On base.
And when we come back, we will talk with Mike White, the head coach for Texas, his team down. Basinger had 0-2. Alex Brown, perfect throw, first out. That's hit into center field. Johnson goes back. Or left field, pardon me. That is the left side of the infield.
It's together, and so needing Bennett to get on to help the top of the lineup.
Collins, those are out. And for the first time, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Basinger. Clemson fouled out early when they were run ruled by Texas A&M. Play there by Scott, who retires Cintron for the first out of the 5th. And both of these teams came into this game, neither Texas, Abby Vieira, the catcher. Fists one that plunks into short left field, and she takes a wide turn but stops at first. Bennett be frustrating. You know, Kavan's pitching well. They're not getting their barrel on it, and they're still able to get base hits. Mitchell gets the lead runner. Nobody covering first. Don't know if it would have been in time anyway, as Collins reaches on the fielder's choice. That hits off of Kavan, but she kept her cool. A little low throw, but it was scooped up easily by Mitchell to end the inning.
It would be a strikeout to get them out from having to face Maloney.
And it goes under the glove of Collins, who knew she had to hurry because Maloney's so fast. Lifted into left field, the ball keeps carrying, it goes off the wall. Johnson could not catch up to it. Henry's on second, Maloney at third, put on deck. Popped her up. Collins squeezes it. Huge first out. Any other home run hitter in the history of the game. And so Atwood's going to be put on. Katie Stewart comes to the plate, and Atwood turns around and gives her some encouragement. But a golden opportunity right now for Texas. Brockenbrough runs in, short center. They send the runner from third, and Maloney is out. Jamison Brockenbrough with the throw. It's on the money. Vieira with the tag, and Clemson gets out of it. Position 0 for 5. That was Cavan's 100th pitch, and it sends Johnson down to first to start the 6th.
Just her first walk of the night.
Brockenbrough, it's off of Cavan, and the way she runs, there's no chance to make a play. 2 on to start the 6th.
On Brock bases from a season ago.
And the scoop throw over, and the runner was called out. And then you saw Johnson.
And the way that Johnson went in, she did a good job of going feet right into the bag. Didn't try to.
The ruling on the field has been changed. There was no force out. The runner was safe at third. And the bases will be loaded. The runner that supposedly scored will go back to third. The bases will be loaded with nobody out. First challenge for Clemson.
Moore under the glove of Scott at third. Drives in a run to give Clemson the 2-run lead.
Going into that at bat, Maddie Moore was 11 for 15 with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. She was hitting .733 in that situation. Well, 5-6 hole exposed again. Maddie Moore coming away with a big hit and another run for Clemson.
That's into the gap. Big trouble for Texas. Hits off the wall. Brockenbrough scores. Brown right behind her. A 2-run double for Noller.
Huge hit with bases absolutely packed. Julia Noller's 19th double on the season, putting 2 more runs up on the board. Clemson rallying. And this ball's crushed, Pam. The outfield was playing in, trying to prevent the bloop hit single. And Noller says, just get on your horses and run because that ball's going to the wall.
And that's a Julia Noller special. She loves to hit doubles.
Well, she's tried to pick Maddie at third twice now tonight.
2-2. You know, in the regionals, and now a 4-run cushion here at Texas. Not fielded by Mitchell. They do get the out, but another run comes across the plate. As Moore scores. Bennett at second, has time and throws her out, but another crooked number for Clemson. They scored 3 in the third, 4 here. Brown, 1 away. McCubbin also pitched a contact pitcher.
Very much so, and the defense showed.
Hunter hitting just .250 on the season. Collins, 2 ground balls, 2 outs.
Who had to pick up to speed a lot of underclassmen.
That's a base hit into the gap. Goes all the way to the wall. Good with the 2-out double.
Well, in that situation, one of your outfielders needs to take charge. They both.
Another play for Collins, charged it nicely, close play, she's safe. Good over at third. And score from third by Brockenbrough. Chopper, Vieira, great decision to hang on to it. He had no chance to get Maloney.
No.
Up the middle, on an 0-2 count, Henry delivers. 2 runs come in to score for the Longhorns.
Caden Henry up the middle, 2 more runs across on a little ground ball past McCubbin.
7-4, and just like that, as we are past midnight local time in Texas, Scott hits it on the nose, but Brockenbrough was positioned beautifully and perfectly. But a good inning for Tegan Cavan. Pipkins did it good for the first out of the 7th inning, so we can close regional last week. Johnson, sky high.
Well, and anytime you change positions defensively, I feel like the ball finds you. It's like a magnet. And so with that change of Leanne Good move, these 2 regionals are the only regional supers that started today. Everybody else starts tomorrow.
Except for Florida State and Texas Tech, right? Those 2.
Yes, them and us.
So Brockenbrough, dessert. That's even better.
I think that's that should be a real
It's a thing.
There's second dinner. Why can't there be second dessert, right?
Atwood couldn't corral it, and Brockenbrough slides on into second. Full count. High chopper, tough play, and they got her. Bennett able to scoop it with her glove to end the inning.
Deep, dark sky, new ballpark.
Gave Atwood a second life, but she grounded out to Brown to start the 7th.
Deep breath, getting the biggest hitter out. I mean, she would just have been knocking on the door of the World Series.
Another play for Brown. 2 outs. And Clemson faithful, there's quite a few of them behind their dugout. 18th win of the season. All the balls go to Alex Brown. That's high, and she's safe as Noller had to come off the bag. So some life for Texas. Pops it up, playable for Vieira. Clemson wins it 7-4, and for the first time, the Tigers have a super regional game win.
Big moment for Clemson. Texas gave up 4 runs in the 6th, only the 7th time all year they've given up 4 runs in an inning. 321 innings, Pam. I mean, the way that Texas has played this season, they have not had the miscues like they did